हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी। प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, नमस्ते।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयम्
ईश्वा मां यज्ञहृदयम्
वामाप्यहृदयम्
यज्ञैः पुष्कलदक्षिणैः
यज्ञे
यज्ञे पुष्कलदक्षिणे
भुक्त्वा चेहाशिष सत्या
भुक्त्वा
भुक्त्वा
सत्या
सत्यः
अन्ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि।
अन्ते
अन्ते
मां संस्मरिष्यसि।
स्मरिष्यसि।
इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयम्
दृष्ट्वा मां
यज्ञहृदयम्
यज्ञैः पुष्कलदक्षिणैः
यज्ञे
यज्ञैः
पुष्कलदक्षिणे
वाचेहाशिष सत्या
भुक्त्वा चेहाशिष सत्या
सत्या
ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि।
अन्ते
अन्ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि।
So devotees can chant one after another.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयम् यज्ञे पुष्कल दक्षिणैः भुक्त्वा चेहाशिषा सत्या अन्ते मां स्मरिष्यसि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयं यज्ञै पुष्कलदक्षिणै भुक्त्वा चेहसि स सत्या अन्ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयं यज्ञै पुष्कलदक्षिणः भुक्त्वा चेहस्य सत्या अन्ते मां संस्मरस्यसि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। इष्टयामा यज्ञहिज्याम यज्ञे पुष्कल दक्षिणे भुक्त्वा चेहासीस सत्या अन्ते मा सस्मरिष्यसि।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
हरे
जी। ओके ओके माता जी, यू प्रोसीड।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। दृष्ट्वा मां जगरीदयं जग्गै पुष्कलदक्षिणैः भुक्त्वा चेहाशीषाः सत्या अन्ते मां स्मरष्यसि। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यज्ञ यज्ञ पुष्कल दक्षिण भक्त्वा सत्य अन्ते मम संसमाधिस्य हरे
प्रभु जी।
सतम
मां
हृदयस्य
यज्ञः पुष्कल दक्षिणयः भुक्ता ईजेह शिशः सत्या अन्ते मां संसामरिष्यसि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Okay, anybody wants to chant further or will we continue?
यस प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। इष्ट्वा मा यज्ञ हृदयं यज्ञे पुष्कल दक्षिणे भुक्त्वा चेशासि सत्या अन्ते मा संस्मरिष्यसि। थैंक यू प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयं यज्ञै पुष्कलदक्षिणै भुक्त्वा चेहाशिषः सत्या अन्ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी इष्टमां यज्ञहृदयं यज्ञपुष्कलदक्षिणे भुक्तस्य सत्य अन्ते मां संस्मरति हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
Okay. Ishtva, after worshipping.
after worshipping.
Mam,
Mam,
me.
me,
Yagna Hridayam,
Yajna Hridayam,
the heart of all sacrifices.
the heart of all sacrifices.
Yagnaihi, by great sacrifices.
Yajna by great sacrifices.
Pushkala Dakshinaihi,
Pushkal Dakshinehi,
comprehending distribution of great charities.
comprehending distribution of great charities.
Bhuktva,
Bhuktva,
after enjoying.
after enjoying.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Iha,
Iha,
within this world.
within this world.
Ashishaha,
Asishaha,
blessings.
blessings.
Yaha,
Satyaha,
true.
truth.
Ante,
Ante,
at the end.
at the end.
Ma,
Ma,
me.
me,
Samsmarishyasi,
Sansmarishyasi.
you will be able to remember.
You will be able to remember.
Translation. The Lord continued, I am the heart of all sacrifices. You will be able to perform many great sacrifices and also give great charities. In this way, you will be able to enjoy the blessings of material happiness in this life, and at the time of your death, you will be able to remember me. The Lord continued,
The Lord continued,
I am the heart of all sacrifices.
I am the heart of all sacrifices.
You will be able to perform
You will be able to perform
many great sacrifices
many great sacrifices
and also give great charities.
and also give great charities.
In this way,
In this way,
you will be able to enjoy
you will be able to enjoy
the blessings of material happiness
the blessings of material happiness
in this life,
in this life,
and at the time of your death,
and at the time of your death,
you will be able to remember me.
you will be able to remember me.
Supriti Mataji, you can continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by Jivanges A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The most important factor in this verse is the Lord's instructions regarding how to remember Supreme Personality of Godhead at the end of life. Ante Narayana Smritihi. The result of whatever we do in executing spiritual activities is successful if we can remember Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This program of constant remembrance can be disturbed by many things. But Dhruva Maharaja's life would be so pure as assured by the Lord himself that Dhruva would never forget him. Thus, at the time of his death, he would remember the Supreme Lord, and before his death, he would enjoy this material world not by sense gratification, but by performing great sacrifices. As stated in the Vedas, when one performs great sacrifices, he must give charity not only to the Brahmanas, but also to the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. It is assured here that Dhruva Maharaj would be able to perform such activities. In this age of Kali, however, the great sacrifice is the performance of Sankirtana Yajna. Our Krishna, the great sacrifice is the performance of Sankirtana Yajna. Our Krishna consciousness movement is designed to teach people and to learn ourselves the exact instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this way, we shall continuously perform the Sankirtana Yajna and continuously chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Then, at the end of our lives, we shall certainly be able to remember Krishna and our program of life will be successful. In this age, distribution of prasada has replaced distribution of money. No one has sufficient money to distribute, but if we distribute Krishna prasada as far as possible, this is more valuable than the distribution of money. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। इष्ट्वा मां यज्ञहृदयं यज्ञैः पुष्कलदक्षिणैः भुक्त्वा चेहाशिषा सत्या अन्ते मां संस्मरिष्यसि। The Lord continued, I am the heart of all sacrifices. You will be able to perform many great sacrifices, but also give great charities. In this way, you will be able to enjoy the blessings of material happiness in this life, and at the time of your death, you will be able to remember me. So the Lord is blessing Dhruva Maharaj, and the Lord is assuring Dhruva Maharaj that he will be able to remember him, because the perfection of life is to remember the Lord at the time of death. Ante Narayana Smriti Antakala Echa Mameva Smaran Muktva Kalevaram Yaprayati Samadbhavam Yati Nastyastra Samshayaha. So the whole of our activities will be tested at the point of death. And the Lord is assuring Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is already got the darshan of the Lord, is already blessed by the Lord to offer beautiful prayers, and is so much protected in devotional service. The Lord is telling, because he had that desire, to have a big kingdom, bigger than his great grandfather. So the Lord said, yes, he will rule over this kingdom for 36,000 years. It's a Satyuga, different time. So such long duration of life and such long duration of time, Dhruva Maharaj ruled as a king, as an emperor. And here it is said, he enjoyed this world by yagna. Srila Prabhupada is telling, not by sense gratification. So the opulent life we see in this world, the upper planetary system, the devatas are also enjoying their standard of enjoyment. Their senses are very strong in many ways, but they are enjoying in remembrance of Krishna. And in the lower planets, there are the asuras, the demonic living entities, who are also enjoying, but they are enjoying sense gratification in forgetfulness of Krishna. But real enjoyment, their enjoyment in the spiritual world, in service to the Lord, the eternally liberated living entities, they enjoy unlimited spiritual happiness. So Dhruva Maharaj, anyway, even in this material world, he had an undisputable position, and the Lord has designed in this world it's a system of yagna. Wherein even the devatas are pleased. Finally, the Yagnapati is the Lord himself. Yagna vai Vishnuhu. Yagnarthat karmano anyatra lokohem karma bandhana. So in the Gita, the chapter, Krishna says, by the performance of yagna, by the mutual cooperation, the living entities, human beings, enjoy with the devatas. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna samavaha yagnat bhavati parjanyo yagna karma samudbhava. So Krishna gives the cycle of sacrifice by doing one's prescribed duty, by doing the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, there will be sufficient rains, and by that sufficient grains, and with sufficient grains again we worship the Lord. So that cycle of sacrifice, Krishna tells about. And somebody who does not follow the cycle of sacrifice, he cannot be happy. So Kali Yuga, a very difficult time. So where sacrifices are practically stopped, and these sacrifices we cannot do also. What's yagnas, what used to be done in previous ages, big sacrifices. So they are not possible to be done. We hear Yudhishthir Maharaj, he did such an elaborate sacrifice, Rajaswa Yagna. So Rajaswa Yagna, all the kings of the world, all the big personalities in the universe, they were all invited. His whole intention was to glorify the Lord. The Lord is personally present as incarnation, as the Lord Krishna in Dwaraka. So he wanted to personally invite and worship the Lord. So that was his motive, that was his intention. And he had to, first of all, subdue the kings. They had to subdue Jarasandha, so many things. And finally, the Rajaswa Yagna was done. All the big personalities were there. Similarly, we hear Yudhishthira Maharaj doing Ashwamedha Yagna. Because he was thinking, for my sake, all these living entities, all this catastrophe has happened. Huge number of soldiers have died, all for instating me on the throne. So he thought himself responsible for this ghastly violence, ghastly sinful activity. It was not a sinful activity, but still, as a gentleman, as a humble devotee, Yudhishthira Maharaj felt like that. And even before doing this Ashwamedha Yagna, it is said the whole treasury was empty. There was nothing. Big war, all the expense, like now we see. I don't know, I was just thinking about the election. The election also, unnecessary waste of money. Of course, war is even more. Wars we hear. The Israel and Iran. It's huge amount we see here. Just the missiles, each missile costs some huge money, some $2 million, $3 million or whatever. Huge amount. And even to counteract those missiles, that also costs huge money. So it is like throwing away money in the gutter, like that. Any war means it's like that. And the government takes so much heavy taxes. So it's all unnecessary. Such huge warfare. Even these elections, what happens, the national election, how much political parties spend, how much the party candidates spend. Huge money being wasted. Huge amount. Cannot even imagine. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he wanted to do the Ashwamedha Yagna, he saw there is no money because all the money is being spent for the war. Duryodhana was in the helm of affairs. He has emptied the treasury. Just little money is there, whatever was collected from the taxes, regular taxes. So he was in big problem. He wanted to do, but no funds. Then it is said, he requested Lord Krishna is around. He requested Lord Krishna, the Lord knows everything. Lord Krishna directed. Yes, previously there was one king by his name, what is his name? The king's name. So this king, it is said, had done a huge sacrifice, and while he was doing that sacrifice, before that he worshipped Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva was so pleased with him, he gifted him a golden mountain, not just some gold coin, something, big golden mountain. And using that mountain of gold, this king used to conduct sacrifices, used to conduct big yagnas. And in those yagnas, it is said, everything was made of gold, pure gold, everything, whatever, like the altar of sacrifice, the vessels used for the sacrifice, whatever we can think of, all the paraphernalia for the yagna was of gold, so opulent. And the brahmanas who came, the priests who came to conduct the sacrifices, not only them, it is said here, the yagna means it is not only to brahmanas, whoever, kshatriya, vaishya, whoever comes, participates, they are also given charity, dana. So the king used to give so much in charity it is said the Brahmanas could not refuse. The king is giving, it is their dharma, it is their duty to accept. So they accepted all the golden gifts, all the golden vessels, golden whatever, paraphernalia. But just after accepting, they thought, what do we do with all these things? So they were not planning, oh, let us hoard money, let us deposit in some bank. No, they were pure Brahmanas in previous ages. So they didn't have to, they were not bothering about the necessities of the body so much. So they left behind all those golden gifts, what was given by the gold gifts given by the king, all those plates, whatever, everything. And that itself became a huge mountain. So first of all, they were given a huge charity. And the charity itself, what if they threw away, the Brahmanas, it became a big mountain. And Krishna said to Arjuna, so let us go there. Let us go and bring all those utensils, all those golden utensils. So it is said it was a throwaway of the yagna, what was left. So Krishna went with Arjuna. That's why Arjuna is called Dhananjay. So he collected all those golden utensils. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj had sufficient wealth, sufficient gold to spend to conduct the Ashwamedha Yagna. So that was how the Ashwamedha Yagnas used to be conducted. So now where is such kind of wealth? Where is such kind of opulence? So we have paper currency. So what is the value of this paper currency? We don't have any gold, we don't have any wealth now. It's all some fluid economics, what is going on. Anytime the whole country can become pauper, anytime. And the whole thing will be turned, a big war, and the whole thing will be finished. So that was the way, the Vedic way of sacrifice. The sacrifices needed huge gold, huge wealth, and a lot of charity to be given. And by this, the proper execution of sacrifice, then they'll get the dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Then they will get the returns. So it's not possible to do in Kali Yuga such kind of costly sacrifices. So there's no point in even thinking about, even imagining, conducting such yagnas, Ashwamedha Yagna. Anyway, they are banned also, such kind of yagnas, Ashwamedha Yagna. So it's an unnecessary waste of wealth, unnecessary waste of ghee. So Srila Prabhupada also says all the Vedic mantras have gone to hell. Even there are no expert chanters of the mantras, so we cannot do. So it is said Yudhishthira Maharaj, being successful in the execution of such sacrifices and is pure devotee of the Lord, the nature was so cooperative that anything they needed, anything they desired was there. So all opulence. So nobody was having any financial difficulties. There, everything, every way, the opulence. It is said the natural opulence is the grains, is the gifts by the nature, not the industrial enterprise. Now we are thinking our success is if we can have big vehicles. Srila Prabhupada says, what is it? After all, it's a tin cars. These cars, it looks, after painting, after whatever, looks very beautiful, whatever. But after some time, it is all thrown. So much huge yards will be there and all these tin cars will be thrown. So it is not like that. Previously we hear the conveyances used to be there, the vimanas used to be there, airplanes used to be there. They are all obtained by yagna, by pleasing the Lord. These things are obtained. We hear about Pushpaka Vimana, we hear about golden airplanes, so many things. So now we don't have such things. Even when Krishna was there was one demon, Shalva or somebody, he had an airplane and he came and attacked Dwaraka. So that was the vehicles. Now where do we have such things? Now we have all these cars, tin cars, and any time, any accident, finished. So these are not the way of opulence, Vedic way of, even there are yogis who can travel without aeroplanes. Narada, great Acharya, so he travels, eternally spaceman. He can go anywhere without any so-called vehicle. So that is naturally they are so opulent. They are having those such siddhis. So anyway, the natural gifts, we are talking about natural gifts, the grains, the jewels, the silk, so they are all provided by nature. It is not what is manufactured in the industrial enterprise. So industrial enterprise is just ugra karma. It is sapping the vital energy of the living, whoever the workers, the laborers there. It's a hell, basically it's a hell. So much sound, so much heat, so many ways, and mining, it's all this is such industrial enterprise, such opulence. It's not actually opulence, it is one kind of a hell. Only for the satisfaction of so-called rich people, some people, the whole mass of the people have to be sacrificed. They are driven out from their agricultural, natural living. So it's so happy to live in amidst nature, cultivating crops, protecting cows. It is more so natural and so happy. Instead of that, they come to the city and work with the machines just for some so-called artificial life of cinema, of enjoyment. So after that, they learn to drink, they learn to do all illicit activities, because there is no real happiness. That is not the natural way of enjoyment. So we don't hear the Yudhishthira Maharaj was having such kind of civilization. No. Natural way of civilization, and even the weather was so, the seasons were so cooperative. Everything was perfect. Not too much heat, not too much cold. Now we hear, now weather is becoming so unpredictable. Anywhere, it is no longer the way previously. Anytime there can be rains, anytime there can be so much heat. So seasons are not so systematic. But an administrator, a king like Yudhishthira Maharaj, it is said, everything is systematic. There is no excessive heat, there is no excessive cold. The weather is perfectly cooperative. Nadayo, Vyadayo, Klesha. So people didn't have any Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik, no misery. And diseases, that is also under control. So now so many diseases. Our lifespan is maximum 100 years. So previously they used to live so many thousands of years because diseases are under control. So that is real, even so-called enjoyment in the material world. So that was there. Previous ages, the kings were perfect. They were perfectly administering obeying the law. They were administering, and because of that, everything used to be nice. Even it is said that death also used to be very systematic. Sometimes, if somebody doesn't want death in a king's rule like Yudhishthira Maharaj, or we hear like Lord Ramachandra, sometimes many kings like that, they said, even if they don't want death, nobody will face death. It used to be such kind of situation, even in the material world. But anyway, the point is the real enjoyment, even in this material world, is not the enjoyment of sense gratification. So it's the enjoyment derived by doing yajna, by pleasing the Lord. Previously, it was possible to do such costly sacrifices wherein so much wealth is needed, so much charity has to be given. So now we cannot do all those. Kali Yuga, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, by the mercy of the Lord, things are simplified. Sankirtana Yajna. So we have to do Sankirtana Yajna. So Srila Prabhupada is telling, continuously we have to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and continuously we have to do the Sankirtana. Thrnadapi sunichena tarorapi saishnuna amanina manadina kirtaniya sadahari. So kirtaniya sadahari. So we have to continuously chant the holy names, continuously do Sankirtana Yajna. So Srila Prabhupada is saying that our movement, our whole Krishna conscious movement is meant for this, that we ourselves learn this process very nicely. Srila Prabhupada tells, our Krishna consciousness movement is designed to teach people and to learn ourselves the exact instruction of the personality of God. In this way, we shall continuously perform the Sankirtana Yajna and continuously chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Then at the end of our lives, we shall certainly be able to remember Krishna and our program of life will be successful. Yes. Yes. So, Srila Prabhupada has given the package, the sadhana, morning and evening sadhana for us. He says it's like a sandwich. So both morning and evening we get together, devotees join together, and we chant the Lord's holy names, either alone in japa or congregationally in Sankirtan. And between various activities to please the Lord. And if possible, and even not only within the temple, we can go and do Harinam Sankirtan outside, so that people get introduced to it. People get introduced. Srila Prabhupada tells, if nothing, you can just go. If you are not a big preacher, you can go and request people, chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the attempt at least that should be made. Yare deko tare kaho Krishna upadesh. So Lord Chaitanya has instructed, Amar agnai guru hai tara hai desh, yare deko tare kaho Krishna upadesh. So everyone should become a spiritual master. Everyone should, being a spiritual master means to instruct whomever we meet to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So the Acharyas, the Lord himself, Lord Chaitanya has given us the order. And even Srila Prabhupada has set some examples wherein some of our centers do follow. Like in Mayapur, we see when we visit at the kutir, what we see in the Mayapur temple, which was there when Srila Prabhupada personally was there, 24-hour Kirtan goes on. So we can have, as the devotees, as the numbers increase, as we are able to manage things better, we can continuously have Kirtan. Continuously devotees sit and do something. So it's so nice like that to do. And I think a long time back, even some time back, in Vrindavan also, there used to be one Prabhupada disciple, and he was instrumental in doing that. Aindra Prabhu, yes. So they used to have continuous Kirtan. So we can do that. It will be not only purifying to us, and whoever comes, they will also be benefited. They'll get the taste of chanting. And that was how Srila Prabhupada also started the movement. He went to Tompkins Square Park. Srila Prabhupada was sitting there and chanting continuously for many hours. And people were attracted, hearing the pure chanting of the Acharya. So our Krishna consciousness movement is designed to teach people and to learn ourselves the exact instructions of the personality of God. In this way, we shall continuously perform the Sankirtana Yagna and continuously chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Then at the end of our lives, we shall certainly be able to remember Krishna, and our program of life will be successful. Yes, so whole program is to remember Krishna at the time of death. Dhruva Maharaj was successful, it is said, because he was blessed by the Lord personally. Though he had such heavy state responsibilities, still he was able to manage. He was able to remember the Lord continuously. He never forgot the lotus feet of the Lord. We hear all previously big kings, King Rajarshis, Maharaj Ambarish, perfect devotee of the Lord. He was also continuously able to be in samadhi on the Lord, even amidst all his responsibilities. Yudhishthir Maharaj was able to do that. Parikshit Maharaj, his grandson, was able to do that. His son Janamejay, they were able to do such great things, such great personalities. Under their rule, under their protection, the citizens were so happy, it is said. So the happiness comes being under protection of such great devotees of the Lord, such great representatives of the Lord. So not by some economic development, so-called industrial enterprise. No, that is not the way. So not only the people were happy, even within this world, and then at the end of their life, they used to achieve the ultimate success of going back to Godhead. And no one has sufficient money to distribute in this Kali Yuga. In this age, distribution of prasada has replaced distribution of money. No one has sufficient money to distribute. But if we distribute Krishna prasada as far as possible, this is more valuable than the distribution of money. Yes. So at the end of our any program, any of our preaching, any of our Sankirtan, always Srila Prabhupada has given us that we have to distribute some prasadam. So personally, Srila Prabhupada, when he was there in the West, in the beginning days, when he landed in the West, it is said he used to cut some fruits. Some visitors used to bring some apple or some whatever fruit. So Acharya used to just cut them, and whoever participating, the 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, whoever, used to give them one. Whatever. It is not that huge feast has to be there or so many number of items have to be there. No. Even something, some prasadam is given. So that was how Srila Prabhupada was distributing. But then, as the movement picked up, and Srila Prabhupada also, in the beginning days, as the movement we hear, the history of the movement, personally cook. Srila Prabhupada used to personally cook. He used to make such wonderful feasts. He called them Sunday Love Feast. Srila Prabhupada himself gave the name, Sunday Love Feast. And his disciples used to wait for that every Sunday, the followers. They were not even disciples by that at that time. They were followers. Just some sincere souls had been attracted to Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada used to personally cook, personally distribute, feed them, and also personally wash those vessels. Acharya Srila Prabhupada, such a advanced age, is 70 plus, and he used to do that. And then the followers, they said, can we help? And then that's how they started assisting Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada taught them, the disciples. I think first of all, Srila Prabhupada taught Kirtananand Maharaj, his disciple. Then he further taught to others. So like that, the whole movement started. And Srila Prabhupada used to personally cook those gulab jamuns. Gulab jamuns and put in a big container, and devotees could eat as much as they want. So he encouraged them like that. So you to eat nicely and then eat nice Krishna prasadam. And Srila Prabhupada, we hear Srila Prabhupada's one letter is there, letter to all the temple presidents, where he is giving his order that every visitor in the temple can be given a nice feast. And he gives the menu, puri, halwa, puri, sabji, halwa, pakoda, like that Srila Prabhupada says. So he says minimum, whoever comes, we give him like that. But practically applying the instruction, so Acharya always gave the free room to disciples to see the time, place and circumstances to implement. Some prasadam, so most of the temples have a facility that some prasadam is available. Whoever comes, the visitor, for a little or more, some prasadam is there. But depending upon the situation, time, place, whatever, if we can improve, if we can implement so many instructions, so can be done, so many instructions. Otherwise, at least the institution has a way. Sunday feast is there every time, or festivals, it is there. So this way, they said this is better than distribution of money. Kali Yuga, the distribution of money has been replaced by distribution of prasada. So Prabhupada is telling, no one has sufficient money to distribute, but if you distribute Krishna prasad as far as possible, that is more valuable than the distribution of money. That is more valuable than distribution. And we hear even Mayapur devotees used to go Navadvip Mandal Parikram. Our Guru Maharaj used to be there previously. It used to be much more grand feasts. Now also it is very nice. Whenever we go to the Mayapur, the prasadam is so tasty. But when he was so active, personally he used to go and see that devotees get a big menu, 25 items menu, something like that, huge, like that. So that is how it is. That is a way of turning the mass of people. So in Kali Yuga, we are so much caught up in the bodily concept, caught up. So the method, the Sankirtana, Yajna and Prasadam, so that will attract us, that will infuse us necessary spiritual strength to follow, to advance in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So I think this is what I can remember.